Why today, and what are you hoping to achieve with this industrial action?
Well, we've got more than 400 of the highly skilled maintenance workers that are escalating their industrial action today and walking off the job all around the country. All the major cities are going to be affected. We've decided to take this action because I just can't stress enough how frustrated these workers are with the level of goodwill that they've shown Qantas during their darkest days to make sure that we got through COVID safely, that the aircraft are always leaving the ground, and after 4 out of the last 10 years having wage freezes, that Qantas can't come to the table with a fair deal that recognises their skills, but more importantly, the fact that it's their reputation of safety is built on the shoulders of these workers.
You say that the engineers' work has been devalued, that in real terms, even forgetting the past 4 years, that over the last 10 years, wages have gone backwards. How much so?
Well, the calculation, and these are really smart bunch of workers, the calculation that the workers made is that they are more than 14.5% behind where CPI has gone over the last 10 years. We've been speaking with our members over the last couple of months, and they haven't taken industrial action for more than 20 years. They've always been proud to have the Qantas badge on their shirt, but what's happened recently with the way that the airline's been treating its workers, the way that the airline's been treating its customers, and the fact that public confidence is at an all-time low for Qantas, is that they reckon that this is their chance for Qantas to show the general public that they want to rebuild their standing and reputation. And the first step to do that is to show that you value your workers and you value the contribution that they make to your reputation.
These line maintenance engineers, Steve, that are walking off the job, these workers are actually responsible for clearing planes to take off, to leave the airport. Just how much disruption will customers see today?
Well, Qantas will always tell us that there's not going to be any disruption, but I think public confidence in Qantas telling the truth is at an all-time low. These workers are saying that without them being on the job, they're not receiving the aircraft, they're not checking them over, they're not checking all of the faults that happen when a plane is being moved and clearing it for takeoff. What we are hearing is that Qantas is going to assign some managers to do that role. I don't know how you put a band-aid over 400 critical maintenance workers not being on the job for 4 hours this morning and for another 4 hours tonight. But the thing is that Qantas can end this today by coming back to the bargaining table, talking to their workers and recognising that the way to build public confidence and trust, the way to rebuild your reputation, is to show the public that you're giving your workers a fair deal, particularly while you're making record profits.
Steve, there are calls for Qantas shareholders to again reject the remuneration package post-career for Qantas workers, which involves, as we know, major bonuses, free travel. If 25% of those shareholders reject that proposal, it could cause a spill, it could cause the directors to be re-elected. Do you think that will happen?
Well, at the last meeting, it was 83% of shareholders rejected the remuneration package. This time around, we've got a bunch of our members that are down here in Hobart and are going to be picketing the AGM, urging shareholders to hold Qantas to account. Right now, no one is holding Qantas to account except for the trade unions. So we're down here in Tasmania to send a message that we think that message needs to be sent to Vanessa Hudson. She got a 50% pay increase in 2023, is that public trust and confidence and shareholder trust and confidence in the board and in Vanessa Hudson, it's either got to be rebuilt or there's got to be a spill.
I've got to let you go, Steve, but in a word, do you expect Qantas to come to the table today before tonight's stoppage?
We're hopeful all the time that Qantas will come back to the table. We can end this industrial action if we get a fair deal. It's not our intention to take industrial action and be disruptive, but if that's what it takes to get Qantas back to the table, that's what our members are prepared to do.